Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The science is undisputable. A plant-based diet is the ultimate diet for athletes across multiple sports and at all levels of competition, from cyclists to marathon runners, from sprinters to weightlifters. The film Game Changers presents the nutritional science very clearly, while featuring the remarkable stories of amazing athletes who are dominating their fields, all fueled by vegan food. The Game Changers, a revolution in sports nutrition and performance, part 1 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Noa'ya means hi in Rotuman. I'm Natanilu. The joyful Pacific Islanders of Rotuma greet you with smiles in celebration of the kindness that you carry with you in your hearts. Today, we are delighted to explore the movie Game Changers, a fascinating documentary that tells the story of James Wilkes, an elite special forces trainer and the ultimate fight winner who travels the world to discover the optimal diet for human performance. The film is directed by Oscar-winning documentary filmmaker Louis Sohoyas and executive produced by James Cameron. Shining World Leadership Award for Environmental Protection recipient Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shining World Compassion Award laureate Jackie Chan, Shining World Right Business Award laureate Lewis Hamilton, Novak Djokovic, and Chris Paul. The documentary began to take shape during a period of time when James Wilkes was recovering from an injury.
I've been teaching fighting techniques to government agencies for more than 15 years. Then, I got injured. Unable to teach for at least 6 months, I spent more than 1,000 hours studying science on recovery and nutrition, and stumbled across a study about the Roman gladiators. How could the original professional fighters be so powerful, eating only plants?
Having made this remarkable discovery, Mr. Wilkes flew to Austria in order to meet the researchers who had studied the original gladiator diets. After speaking with the researchers, he was convinced by the research showing that the gladiators, also known as the Hodiare or the Bali men, maintained a plant-based diet whilst training and competing. Being a gladiator was physically demanding, requiring optimum endurance and strength. And the gladiators achieved this level of stamina while following a plant-based diet.
You can look at carbon isotopes and see what kind of plants they ate. Nitrogen isotopes reflect any intake of animal protein. And you can look at the sulfur in their bones and the amount of strontium, leading commentators to submit that the best athletes in ancient Rome ate largely plant-based diets.
Discovering the truth about the gladiators' diets led Mr. Wilkes on a 5-year quest for the truth in nutrition. He traveled to 4 continents where he met with dozens of the world's strongest, fastest, and toughest athletes, as well as top experts in nutrition, athletics, and anthropology. To his amazement, the plant-based diet was correlated with improved athletic performance, strength, and health in many extraordinary and diverse ways. To state this in his own words, as outlined on the Game Changers website, "What I discovered was so revolutionary, with such profound implications for human performance and health, and even the future of the planet itself, that I had to share it with the world." The movie blows away several of the myths that athletes have regarding diet. For example, many athletes in various sports cite protein as something that they monitor or are concerned about. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and athletes have been concerned about eating the amino acids in the best ratios. This is one of the biggest misconceptions addressed in the Game Changers.
One of the biggest misconceptions in sports nutrition is that we have to have animal protein to perform at a high level. That's just not true.
One and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I ate a lot of meat. They showed us commercials selling that idea that real men eat meat. But you got to understand, that's marketing. That's not based on reality.
Several studies that are cited firmly establish that a plant-based diet gives all of the amino acids necessary for athletes. Notably, researchers have concluded that every plant contains all of the essential amino acids in varying portions. Furthermore, our bodies are actually able to recycle protein in a very efficient way. Hence, it is no wonder that plant-based athletes thrive in their chosen sport, and this includes building optimal muscle mass in order to excel in strength-dependent sports too. American Olympic weightlifter Kendrick Farris, who is featured in the film, is a prime example of this. Mr. Farris has represented the USA in the 2008, 2012 and 2016 Olympic Games. After adopting a vegan diet in 2014, he gained more weight and actually moved up a weight class.
When I made the switch to a plant-based diet, I qualified for my third Olympic team. I broke 2 American records. I was like, man, I should have done this a long while ago.
Strongman Patrick Babumion, also featured in the film, sums up just how mighty the vegan diet is for athletic performance.
Someone asked me, how could you get as strong as an ox without eating any meat? And my answer was, have you ever seen an ox eating meat?
Mr. Babumion has also stated,
"This is a message to all those out there who think that you need animal products to be fit and strong. Don't listen to those self-proclaimed nutrition gurus and the supplement industry trying to tell you that you need meat, eggs, and dairy to get enough protein. There are plenty of plant-based protein sources, and your body is going to thank you for stopping feeding it with that food. Go vegan and feel the power."
we are going to take a moment to stretch out our muscles. We will be back in just a moment on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to The Game Changers, a revolution in sports nutrition and performance. We've already learned how effective the vegan diet is for athletes utilizing strength. But what about athletes needing endurance? Let's see why improved endurance is another benefit for athletes following a healthy vegan diet. Dotsie Bausch, an Olympic cyclist, was amazed at her dramatically improved energy levels that occurred after she switched to a vegan diet.
When I went plant-based, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive, and I actually became like a machine.
In her cycling category, massive amounts of energy are required. At the beginning of a race, an explosive start from a stationary position is needed, with optimal endurance to cycle to the end of the race. Training alone entails hours of vigorous exercise most days. Yet she found that the transition to a vegan diet led her to go faster and lift heavier weights during training. She stated,
"Soon after switching to plant-based eating, I experienced mental clarity and physical rejuvenation. After intense cycling training sessions, I was able to recover in half the time of my younger teammates."
Morgan Mitchell is another vegan athlete featured in the Game Changers, and a vegan diet is helping her to thrive.
Sometimes you have to do things that you know your competitors aren't doing. Because my training sessions go basically from about 10 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. at night, if I were to not eat, I would just be tired and depleted and I wouldn't get anything out of the session. Whereas if I'm fueling my body with the right foods, then I'm ready for the next session. I'm up, I'm feeling fast, I'm feeling strong because my body's actually, going through the process of taking it all in and getting myself prepared for the next session.
So how have people reacted to the film? Many people have been inspired to adopt a vegan diet to better nourish and care for themselves. A viewer of the film shared the following uplifting story with us.
My name is Adam Millman. I love the film. This is my second time seeing it. I switched my diet to vegan health, plant-based. It just made me think about I used to wrestle back in high school and lift, and I was exercising 6 days a week, hardcore. And my mile time was about my fastest mile was maybe 7:25 per mile. And then yesterday I just ran 4.5 miles at 6:50 a mile, which is insane. So the point is, I'm listening to all these athletes and how their performance is increasing, and I see it in my life, and I'm like, oh my God, yes, this really makes a difference.
It's inspiring to learn that more and more athletes and everyday people are adopting a healthy plant-based diet. We thank James Wilkes and the Game Changers team and cast for their dedication to providing such powerful information that can benefit so many people. We hope that more people will watch the film and benefit from the information presented. For more information, please visit GameChangersMovie.com. The film is available for viewing on Netflix, iTunes, Google Play, Vimeo, Vudu, YouTube, and Amazon Prime. Extraordinary viewers, it's been a pleasure to have your company for today's program. Please join us again on Tuesday, October 13 for part 2 of The Game Changers, a revolution in sports nutrition and performance. Coming up next is Peace, the bigger picture of public service, part 3 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May we all enjoy radiant health as we enjoy a vegan diet and follow a vegan lifestyle.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule dan suprememastertv.com/VEG.